Welcome to the second part of our SECMENDO self-service tutorial videos. If you haven't seen the first part of this video series, I would recommend you to click here and watch it before you move on to this video. Now let's start with the tutorial. In this tutorial video, you will learn how to make a request for rights and privileges with SECMENDO self-service 3.0. To start your request, click on the Request Access Rights tile. After the window opened, you have to choose a person first. This person will get the rights and privileges if your request is accepted. If you need the rights for yourself, you can of course choose your own name here. And this is what we'll do here. We are currently logged in with the account of Oliver Donner, and we need some rights for our new employee, Mr. Markus Schleppe. Let's say Mr. Schleppe starts in January 1st in 2021, and since we don't know how long he will stay, we leave the valid to date as it is. In the text field, we can write a short text message for the administrator that will later receive our request. In our case, we just type in that Mr. Schleppe is the new employee and we need some rights for him. The free text field can also be used for additional information or notes. When you're done, you can click on the Add Rights tab and the window will scroll down a little bit to the section where you can choose the rights that are needed. Using the search field, you can find a list with all the rights that are saved in your system. You can now choose any of them one by one and add them to your request. You can filter the list by specific names if you want, or you could also filter the rights by person. Let's say in our case that Mr. Schleppe is going to work in the same department as Mr. Mesut Hummels. Therefore, both need same rights and we could simply add all the rights that Mr. Hummels already has to the list of Mr. Schleppe's rights. When all the privileges you need are chosen, you can enter a validity date for every single privilege. In the exact same way, you can add roles to your request. Now, let's click on the Remove Rights tab to get to the last section of this tile. Here you can request to remove roles and privileges in the same way as the request for adding them. You will need this if, for example, you or one of your employees changes the department or even leaves the company. In our example, we have a new employee, so he doesn't have any privileges that we can remove anyway. The last step you have to do now is to send your request to the administrator. Once the request has been sent, you can always check the status of the request in the Show Status of My Requests tile. As soon as the request is accepted or rejected, the status will change and the employee will know that his request is now closed. Now, let's have a look on the administrator's point of view when he receives our request that we just sent him. The administrator will receive a message in his Open Tasks tile. Here he can see all the details of the request we sent to him. Now he can decide whether he has to accept or reject the request. The request will be closed as soon as the administrator clicks on Approve or on Reject. And this is the procedure of requesting access rights in your identity management easy and fast. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave a like on this video and consider subscribing to the IB Solution channel for more content like this. Goodbye and see you in the next SECMENDO self-service tutorial video where we are going to check out the Change My Password tile.